Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to be looking at the water cycle, and we're going to do two different activities to see different parts of the water cycle. So let's get started. So for this first experiment, we're going to be looking at what happens in the clouds during the water cycle. So when a cloud accumulates or takes on too much water, the water droplets fall in the form of precipitation, which means either rain or snow. So in this experiment, we're going to look at how much water the shaving cream can hold before gravity pulls the water droplets out and into this jar. So let's get started. So I've already put some water in this jar. Next, we're going to put some shaving cream into the top. To simulate a cloud. So next I'm going to put some blue food coloring into this water and mix it up. So I'm going to suck it up into the pipette, and I'm going to start putting drops into the top of the shaving cream. So as we slowly drop it in, there's going to become a point when the shaving cream can no longer absorb the water, and it's going to start, I can already see it starting. It's going to start having water come out the bottom. So kind of like rain. So the shaving cream is like a cloud, and as it absorbs water, when it reaches a point when it can't absorb any more of that water, it then starts raining. So this is what the shaving cream is doing. As it reaches a point where it can't absorb water anymore, it's starting to rain out the bottom. So I added the blue food coloring so that you could see the rain. We're going to add a bit more. Let's see it dripping down. So do you see the raindrops or the water that's been colored with blue food coloring going out of the cloud? So this is a really easy, fun way to just experiment with absorption and get a good idea of how clouds work. All right, so we're going to move on to a different experiment. So this next experiment is really easy to do. So we're going to take a plastic sandwich bag and a marker. So first we're going to draw a sun in the corner. I'm going to make mine smiling. And then we're going to draw a cloud for the rain. I might do one more cloud. And then at the bottom, I'm going to draw a fish. And you'll see why in a minute. So this is what we're going to do for water cycle in the bag. So first I'm going to add some blue food coloring. I seem to really like blue food coloring. So we're going to add that to our water. Then we're going to take the water and pour it, not too much, but pour some into the bottom of the bag here. And then I'm going to zip it up. So this is what it looks like. So you have your blue water like the ocean, and there's my fish. and then you have your clouds and your sun. So after that you're finished doing this, you're going to tape it onto a window that has a lot of sunlight. And I'm going to show you my one that I did before and put in the window. So this one I did yesterday and I've had it in my window. So we have the water at the bottom, and then see all those droplets along the side? That's from sitting in the window and having some sun. So it has, the water at the bottom has evaporated and condensed onto the bag, and then as it condenses, it then makes droplets and rains down. So this is a really great way to watch the water cycle in your window. It's really easy to do at your house. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the water cycle. So this is the water cycle. So if you pour yourself a glass of water and take a sip, did you know that the water you swallowed is the same water that dinosaurs, King Tut, and the first humans drank? That's because Earth has been recycling water for over 4 billion years. The world's water moves between lakes, rivers, oceans, and the atmosphere and the land in an ongoing cycle called, you guessed it, the water cycle. As it goes through this continuous system, it can be a liquid, or water, a gas, vapor, or a solid, ice. So why don't we look at the different stages of the wonderful water cycle? So this is evaporation. Energy from the sun heats up the surface of the earth, causing the temperature of the water in our rivers, lakes, and oceans to rise. When this happens, some of the water evaporates into the air, turning into a gas called vapor. Plants and trees also lose water to the atmosphere through their leaves. This process is known as transpiration. So the next part of the water cycle is condensation. So as water vapor rises up high into the sky, it cools and turns back into a liquid, forming clouds. This process is called condensation. Currents high up in the air move these clouds around the globe. So on this flower is condensation or dew, and it stays on the dahlia until the sun evaporates it. The next part of the water cycle is precipitation. So when too much water has condensed, the water droplets in the clouds become too big and heavy for the air to hold them, and so they fall back down to earth as rain, snow, hail, or sleet, a process known as precipitation. And the last part of the water cycle is collection. The fallen precipitation is then collected in bodies of water, such as rivers, lakes, and oceans, from where it will eventually evaporate back into the air, beginning the cycle all over again. How it is collected depends on where it lands. Some will fall directly into lakes, rivers, or the sea, from where it will evaporate and begin the cycle all over again. If the water falls on vegetation or plants, it may evaporate from leaves back into the air or trickle down to the ground. Some of this water may then be taken up by the plant roots in the earth. In cold climates, the precipitation may build up on land as snow, ice, or glaciers. If temperatures rise, the ice will melt to liquid water and then soak into the ground or flow into rivers or the ocean. Water that reaches land directly may flow across the ground and collect in the oceans, rivers, or lakes. This water is called surface runoff. Some of the precipitation will instead soak or infiltrate into the soil, from where it will slowly move through the ground until eventually reaching a river or the ocean. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the water cycle with me. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at catapults. See you then. Bye guys.